Hi guys, TheGamingSandwich here. Now, I know I kind of I do updates and things every now and again, and I feel bad that Zefra is the main deck I've been working on. I know I've loaded a video a couple of months ago, but I had to rechange it for when Bosch comes out, and obviously because of Subdragon Infinity and everything like that, it really hits my deck a lot harder. So these are the changes I've had to do for that reason. It's not the deck is not entirely finished, so there are some bits that have been left out. Sorry about that. My throat's going. But yeah, I'm going to explain to you some of the choices, mini engines, and stuff like that. So first, we'll have your Tellarknight engine. Scale of 1. All the tellers are the same, 1 to 7 scale. So that's fine. Just leave it at that. Obviously, this one destroys face ups. This one destroys face downs. So 2100 defense is good. 1900 attack is really good. So they do very well. Both level 4s light or like all the Tellarknights. So if you've seen any of my videos before, you'll know this. Second one you've got is your lovely Yang Zings. So this one makes anything Katuna, Zefra, or a Yang Zing, and this one searches out the your spell and trap cards. So these are very good. This one's when it's destroyed. This one's when it's summoned or pendulum summoned. This one's when it's destroyed or it's pendulum summoned. So it's not too bad. Okay, now we have your loveliness of your Ritual Beast Tamers. So this one lets you add a card from your extra deck to your hand. This one lets you revive one from your graveyard and destroy it during the end phase, which is really good when you combo it with this one. So do this, summon this, revive this. This will get destroyed the end phase, search. Pretty good. So just little tricks that can help you out. Also you can XYZ with stuff. And the last part is I run this guy because he's another 7 scale. Level 5, so you can go to some synchro plays, and I run Odd Eyes because it's just nice to get a bit of an extra surge. Okay, now for your first kind of mini engine, you run your mini Yang Zing engine, so you have Chiwen, because Chiwen's a tuner, and it searches like all Yang Zings do. Big C because it's got good defense, and obviously makes something immune to traps, which is really good. So time space, so you bring it out and it's immune to time space trap hole, which is really good. And you run Susani because Susani is a 1900 BF. So that's from the Yang Zing engine. We run one Tellarknight Dinab because Dinab basically searches 6 cards in your deck, so that's pretty good. So and it's light, it's warrior, so pretty much you can just chew your extra pendulum scale if you need it. So and we run 2 tech cards, one on being Electromagnetic Turtle and one being Jodorigo. This one because I like it because it can stop me from being OTK with cards like Despot and stuff like that, and obviously using its own effect you contribute it to bump something up and make it really really beefy. And Electromagnetic Tilt because you can use it later on to actually like rig your deck up. I'll show you this later on, so it's really good. Next for your spell and trap cards. For the first spells, we have Oracle Zefra because Oracle Zefra is the cornerstone of the deck. It searches every one of your Zefra cards. It has extra effects. It is really, really nice. So in regards to what I was saying earlier, if you get a Synchro monster out on the field, because of your using of Treasure will go to the bottom of the extra deck and you get to place a card on top of it. You place this card. Then pretty much if you XYZ summon, you get to draw a card and discard a card. Discard. Yay! Bonuses. Just for anyone who wants to clarify, if by chance they want a ruling on my on this, the discard is actually an effect. It is ruled as part of a draw and drop, so it is part of an effect. Basically, it does work the same as Dark World dealings. So if you do have this and you either want to run Dark World or Shadows, they will get their effects off this field spell as well. Oddly. Don't understand why, but I just thought I'd add that in there. Right. Well, 3 Wavering Eyes. I managed to get supers, so that's always good. Wavering Eyes is broken. It's amazing in all Pendulum decks. If you don't run it in a Pendulum deck, I do believe you are being silly. Even if you're running Magicians or anything like that, you really should main these. Just because, like, even if you get the same scales, rough chance you still can actually get out. So Obviously, you get the varying effects, so destroy pendulums, blah 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 blah. Then you get 1, -500, 2, add a pendulum monster, 3, banish 1 card on the field, 4, add a wavering eyes, yay. Once you get 4, frickin' heck, your opponent will scoop. 1 reinforcements to the army, reinforcements to the army is nice. There's legitimately 4 targets in the deck. If that's going to go the way I really would want to, I'd probably get 2 extra copies of Deneb, and I'd probably work it that way. So, but oh well, 1 red is fine. 1 part of riches because I like putting my pendulums back in my thing, and it's just basically part of avarice. It's like how part of avarice was. It's early game it's bad, late game it's good. So it's just one of those cards you run it because if someone's board wiped you or something like that, you can kind of get out by doing this. So it's okay. And I run 2 tech cards of 1 supply squad and 1 Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance just to kind of like allow me to get like a synchro playoff or something like that. So that's always nice. And supply squad because you're running pendulum monsters, they siphon, and pretty much instead of hitting a scale, people like to not make you get constant pluses anyway. So that's always fun. Right, to Trappy Traps. We run your 1-offs of Warning and Compulsory Evacuation Device. I pretty much believe they are fine. Not much said, don't really need to explain those. 1 Breakthrough Skill, I'm running the 1 now, and it's a Shatterfall edition. Does look really nice, I do like it. 1 Time Space Trap Hole because Mass Pendulum Summoning is a thing. I don't run more than 1 because life points are an issue at some points in time, so that's just personal preference. Because I have like Stop Someone from Pendulum Summoning 5, and I really, after that turn, I was kind of like, okay, I really can't take hits now, so I've got to kind of watch myself that way. So just because of that, I kind of keep this at 1. The last string is now, because of the next format coming up, I run 3 Zefra Divine Strike, so it is a counter trap, it negates spell trap and monster effects. So that is pretty good, and so if at one point I am figuring switching this out for a wire tap, but just because it hits everything, I feel that's more useful. So to me anyway, as a personal preference. But I do believe it is the coming of the year of the counter trap, so yeah, for those stops Infinity, stops all that solemn bullshit. So because obviously with Notice, if they do that, they can't chain Notice to this, so you will finish in your chain roll resolve. So, haha, bullshit. Right, because obviously I run synchro continuous, I'm going to run synchro. So 1 of the Catasta, great level 5, destroys anything really good. Now Kendama, because Kendama's really nice because piercing is good, and also you can use it if I do have a machine in the grave, and obviously that's a machine. So can remove it to deal an extra 500 for game, and also with it being it can specialist myself if I control no cards, is very nice because I seem to get board wiped a lot. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Interruptions. Yeah, 1 Memphis Horus because Memphis Horus is amazing. Use it for a pendulum summon, it is complete BS. I'll show you one of the other combos I can do with this one in a bit. So, Moonlight just because it sends cards back to the field, and if you know someone who's like just synchroing, it completely screws them over, so it's always good. Yazi, because you run a mini Yangzing engine, it really helps, and it does destroy. And with it not being able to be targeted, that is amazing in this format, so always good. 1 Clearing, I don't make this as much as I would like, but it does really do well against cards to do that, so it kind of forces out. Ancient Fairy, because I run field spells, it's nice to add and gain life points, and Bracketed just because I get to shuffle cards in, and sometimes I have done 3, which people really bitch at, so that's always good. So, that's fine. Now for the XYZs. We have Porting Tomb because you run 2 level 3s. Its effective gaining life points is really good. Can't be targeted, again, amazing. And also with it gaining life points and kind of having a Zen main style effect. And then once it does kind of go to the grave, you kind of shuffle the 2 things back into the deck and it goes to the extra deck itself, so it can be constantly reused. So a very good card. 101 because 101 steals cards and does help get around things. Same with Castel, same kind of premise. Dot with Z Rebellion, just because just gets over stuff, so that's always really useful. One, Luster Pendulum, because... Sorry, not Luster Pendulum, yeah. Magister Paladin Ascending Draco Slayer. I hate these bloody cards. Yeah, just because you can add cards from your deck to your hand. Always searchables. One Photon Strike Bouncer, because burning is good. And now I am running the tech of Utopia Beyond, just because it doesn't target and it reduces everything attack on the field to 0, and this has pretty much caught quite a few players off guard. So unfortunately techs I have read from a few people, so obviously I am not original for doing this. I have seen people do this, and just because I can get rank 6s out, it's easier. But a good thing to do in your deck is, like, if you have Vicious Field spell out, synchro into this, use all the effects. So stack your deck with the electromagnetic turtle, reduce one of their cards to 0. Sorry, take control of one of their cards, negate one of their cards permanently. Do that, and so you probably have the other card being most likely a secret, and then you pretty much overlay into that, do that, send your thing to the graveyard, and so it's like you get a free end of the battle phase, take one of their cards, and you've got free, everything else is 0, smack it and kill. So yeah, always fun for these kind of nice things. So yeah, if anyone wants to care, I do run tokens, so I have a Yugi, Sky Blaster, one of those, and one of those. And there's my tokens. And so run Effect Veiler because Effect Veiler stops things. One Rainbow Kribo, same premise because you can use the field spell. One Pepper just in case someone feels like dracking all my shit to the grave, like viruses and stuff. So the Red Eyes, Altair, because if I'm running my Tellarknight engine, Altair becomes more useful. Another part rich is Mirror Shield. Mirror Shield's so good a card. Basically turns, if anyone remembers the Wicked Avatar, pretty much its effect is permanent, that your monster always becomes 200 attack higher, even during damage steps, so... And the only way they can kind of do this is if they kind of decide to launch you or something, but it's not really too bad. But yeah, they can't drop honest in damage steps, so it just means nothing. Magical Spring, Emptiness, kind of a Max Restrict, just Monarchs and other stuff. Sword Train, anything that uses screw card effects, i.e. Vernoids. Time Space. Chosen as Zefra, extra target. It does vary in the amount of effects, so I will zoom in for you. Yeah. Come on. There we go, focus. Yes, if the number of Zefra is 3 or more, each of your monsters gains 300 attack. So basically 100 attack for each. 5 or more, monster can be destroyed by card effects. 8 or more, combat targeted by card effects. 10 or more. Yeah, okay. Bull. Yeah, do you won't get 10, but still it's really useful. And the loveliness of once Talonova. Pretty much if I get if I could probably get more devs, I might kind of run more of these. But yeah, the ruling is I did it before where it was, let's say, where was it? I'm gonna go through all my cards now, try and do some kind of ruling video. Right, okay. Right. So pretty much because I needed my extra scale, it was, I was doing this once, so, and the same thing works out with Zefra, it works out kind of the same way, so, just do a quick thingy, like with, also with you're playing those, if you play Mask Restrict, you can't activate Alpha, so you, obviously easy rulings for people to know, but obviously it was, I do that, I needed my Pendulum Scale, do that, because he went Solemn Notice, I went that. Obviously this goes last. Ding, draw a card. Notice goes down by 500, will resolve. I got a scale. I pretty much got 2 cards, he got minus 15. So in my personal effect that I can see Tellarknight doing really good versus anything the wrong notice. So but yeah, this is the gaming sandwich over and out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you like it. I will do some more of these things later, and I'll see you guys later on.